Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back for another video. Round number 4 and 5 for this video. For obviously what is the career mode we're doing, where we're George Russell for so far 3 seasons. Of course, like, I know I haven't been uploading as regular maybe as what I would have liked. I would have liked to got out a few more videos by now, maybe be already on round number 9 and 10. But nonetheless, I've done also other videos in the meantime. For instance, Classic Car, the 2 series of the 2 episodes special series before the launch season has begun. Of course, launch season, if you don't know what launch season is, well, basically it's the season or the part of the season where Formula 1 teams unreveal what's underneath the covers of the cars. And what lays ahead for 2019 and possibly the future. But yeah, nonetheless, launch season does start, or launch week does start sort of next week on Monday, with kicking off with Toro Rosso and Williams. Then the following day, I believe we've got Renault. Then the next day, Mercedes, and I think maybe Red Bull. And then 14th, we've got McLaren. 15th is Ferrari. That's my one that I'm looking forward to. But yeah, nonetheless. Obviously, Season 3, Baku Grand Prix, round number 4. Reason why this is going to be a 2-part special, I explain it all the time, I know. But yeah, basically, we are not good at this circuit on this game. And yeah, obviously, it's, what's the point of racing at a circuit where we're going to be just bad, So already starting the weekend off with a bit of an oil pressure issue. So we're going to go out there, do the track acclimatization program, and yeah, we'll get straight into that. Obviously, the main objective of this weekend is to score R&D points, mainly. Nothing more or nothing less. That's the main objective, should I say. Anything more and anything less is an achievement in itself. So yeah, that's our objective, of course, to score as many resource points as possible this weekend. And where are them gates? I'm sorry, everyone, I can't even see the gates. So if I pass this somehow, right, I think that's a fail. I just got no idea where the gates are. Alright, I have no idea whether we've gone purple or green or what. I think. Oh dear. Surprisingly doing quite well. Is that purple? I have no idea. Something's clearly gone wrong in the game's data. I presume there's a gate there. Yes, there is. Just have no idea. I must have missed one, I think. I have no idea whether I've got a purple score or what. Alright. I missed that completely, where the gate that was. And there we go. It's green. Now, I want to see how many. I can't do purple if it's going to be like that the game today. How many purples did I get? In fact, surprisingly, I got quite a lot of purples despite I couldn't see the gates. you know, if I could see the gates, I would have easily got purple, should I say. Easily, probably. But, because I couldn't see the gates, I obviously had no clue, and I think it's just going to be like that. I don't think it's going to rectify or change. So yeah, no addition to F1 2018. The gates no longer exist, should I say. And yeah, I'm not going to get purple because
we're slow through the following corners.
Don't get me wrong, I have no idea where the gates are. Obviously, I could have a pinpoint, I could make an imaginary gates, but as I say, like, obviously, you know, I don't know where the gates are, if that makes sense. So yeah, we'll move on to the next one. Bit odd, that is, of course. Never happened to me before, that hasn't, in this game. First time that's ever done that, oddly. So yeah, something new. I guess we got the green, that's where we should maybe look at it. But obviously the game's in a way sort of objectified us from getting the purple. And don't tell me this time we won't be able to see the delta. So what is this one? Is it? I think this is saving fuel, ain't it? I don't know whether that's worse or better. I want to check whether it's something that I've done quickly, because obviously it's very, very odd. I can't see any of the gates. Yeah, like, it's never happened to me before. Alright, everything's on. MHD, practice. Oh, balls. I think now it should be fine. Yeah. There we go. So right now, we're just about green. Now, if you can hear drilling, I do apologise. Someone's drilling in the flat below me. Otherwise, if you can't, then yeah, don't worry. Oh, balls.
That map. Try again.
I don't think we're gonna get the green here. At least we got the green on one of them, I guess. Now, the question is, should I go back and try the track acclimatization again, or should I?
Repairs have set us back a little.
We got 25. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump straight into qualifying. That's how confident I am that no matter what car we're in, it's just a bogey track for us. And the thing is, this is probably, as I said, the last time out, if you remember, was a very crucial race win. That's why I gave it my all, because I knew that race win is probably our best chance of a race win until probably Spain. And then after that, that's the best chance of a race win until Canada. So, of course, I had to utilise my brain there, and I thought, we either sit back, take the second home, or actually push even harder and literally go for it and pray that we overtake Kimi Raikkonen, which we did in the end, and we did it cleanly as well. I do want to point that out. And obviously, yeah, we won the Grand Prix. You know, and yeah, obviously I had to go on that belief. Right, we're gonna obviously drive out for our first lap in this Mercedes then, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. So like I say, obviously this is going to be our worst circuit, I know it. If we get top 10, that would be a miracle. If we get pole position, then yeah, I don't know what that would be. Top 10 would be a miracle, pole position would be something out of this world. Yeah. I'm not gonna give up, because I don't believe in giving up. I will have a good old attempt at it, but we'll have to wait and see. Will we get pole position? That's the question, and of course, I have my doubts. Put your money on pole position or crash into the wall. I would go crash into the wall before pole, but you know, see, the thing is, where do you win the lap time around here? That's my question. How do you gain lap time around a circuit like this with obviously such a huge curb like that? And if you hit that wrongly, you will be in the wall on the right. Then obviously here's not so bad, but I just wonder where that lap time's gained and lost and won, of course. Right, anyway, on with the lap then. Here we go, down the main straight. Obviously won't be losing too much lap time down here. And I thought we were in the wall there. Oh dear. Again, sort of thought we were in the wall, but oh well, just avoiding, I guess. Oh no! I knew it was coming. I just didn't know which corner. We'll use a flashback. Oh dear. See, the thing is, and oh jeez, I wasn't even concentrating there. The thing is about this circuit that I find tricky is, where is the limit at this circuit? Like, you either brake too early into a corner, or you brake way too late into a corner. Like, how much commitment do I need to the corner before I've actually done a bit too much. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if we're... So I heard of Magnussen, surprisingly. Ericsson. Wow. I reckon there is time in us. I don't think we're that bad. Well, we are dreadful, but... yeah. Like, the thing is, where do you brake? How do you get this sort of circuit correctly? That's what I'd love to know. Like, where do you get the lap time from? Is it about being smooth? Is it about being aggressive? What makes a driver good around this circuit or fast? Is it about the turning? Is it about the downforce? Like, in the last game, I was actually okay on it. I was, in fact, almighty through the middle sector. Almighty. But in this game, it's a polar opposite. I don't know where the time is. And that's the thing that's annoying me. Because it feels like I've gone from a game where I can drive this circuit absolutely perfect to a game where I can't even drive it at all. No, dude.
That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're alright.
That was bad. I was trying to coast it into the... Alright, we'll try again. Oh, one up. There we go. Sort of coast it in. I like doing that. So you just coast it, let the car coast its way into the pit area. You will be quite smooth around that section. But yeah. It's a tricky pit lane, that is. I will tell you that now, to actually enter. Because obviously you've got to come in there with quite a lot of speed, because you can lose a lot of time through that pit entrance. But yeah. But as I say, where are we actually losing the time? Like, of course, if we have a look at our sectors times quickly, obviously, right, I've done a 36.0 in the first sector. Now that's about 8/10 off in that sector. In the middle sector, I'm only about, in fact, I'm about on par with the AI. Okay, on par. Then the last sector, in fact, I am as quick as the AI. So it actually, if we can improve in the first sector, then I think we can improve. But the point is, in terms of the top guys, in fact, I'm about maybe a few tenths slower. Even a second slower. So, yeah, obviously, it's a circuit that just doesn't suit this car, I don't think, as well. But where can you find, like, that time? Oh, balls. Have we got enough time to go out? Yeah. Right, here we go. Final lap then, obviously, for us. What can we do from where we're currently based? Can we get top 10 or pole position even? Pole would be a phenomenon, but nonetheless, let's not erase our chances. Let's be confident going into the final lap. Verstappen does a 1:37. That is probably the death mark for me anyway. I'm certainly no longer getting pole. Three seconds clear Verstappen is of me right now. Where would I find 3 seconds? I reckon I'll barely find a second let alone 3. Almost crashing on the outlap. Alright, final attempt then everyone. Prepare for what could be the worst qualifying of the year. Maybe alongside Monaco and Singapore. Anyway, not going to let that affect us then in terms of our confidence. Down into the first corner we go. Open up the DRS and then just sit. Keep your loud pedal on the floor and then just let the car roll into the first corner. Through turn 1 and out of turn 1. Already about a 10th down. Through turn 2, went a little bit wide, and spot your turning for turn 3. Much slower through there, but neater. So about 7/10 of a second up on our delta. Oh no, I think we've overcocked it. I said cooked it, didn't say cock.
What happened? Let me know you're okay.
And that's us out of qualifying. So we're starting dead last. I think we'll see what would have been quickly. So what 7/10 of a second would have made? How much of it improvement would have put me? We'll just see. Certainly wouldn't be top 10 anyway. I don't think.
Sorry about that. Just wasn't our day.
So, yeah, I was right. Certainly not top 10. In fact, top 20. But yeah, what can I say?
Ricardo and Marcus Ericsson. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.
So obviously, as you can see, that's your starting order. We're gonna start last, but I don't think I'm even gonna start the Grand Prix. I'm gonna just sim it, you know, because look, we're not. Even if we get points from simming the race, I don't really care because I just know if we raced, we're gonna be last. For you guys, seeing me last, that's not entertaining to drive, and that's not entertaining to even, you know, do. So I'm just going to sim the session. That's, you know, we may not even get last, or we may not even get top 10. In fact, it could be lower. Yeah, it is lower. 14th.
It's a good result for Max Verstappen, who moves further
there you
ahead
go.
at the top of the table.
So
now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well,
I have to give it to Kimi Räikkönen. Consistency. Good
right, there we go. That didn't really affect the outcome then of the championship or the race. So we finished 14th. Yeah, as I said, if we, you know, did that race, you guys would be switching off like a lion. As I said, it's the least interesting race.
Come on, this isn't bumper cars at the fairground. It's time for us to renegotiate your contract. Here you can see the current deal. Once negotiations begin, the team will make you an offer. You can accept if you like, but I strongly suggest we push for better terms.
Why would I want to basically.
All right, the terms have been agreed. All that's left is to sign the paperwork. You'll be on this new deal from the next race weekend.
Right. So, obviously, next race weekend will be the Spanish Grand Prix. We're going to do that immediately because, obviously, this one, obviously, as you guys know, is much better in general for us as a... Ooh. In fact... There we go. So, yeah, this one will be much better in general. Now, what I'm going to try and do here, I actually am going to try... I'm going to do first a quick lap on the softs. We're going to see how quick that was. And if, obviously, we start on the softs, that will be a benefit for us as a driver, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and qualify on pole position on the softs, or as high up on the softs as possible. Then we'll have at least a bit of a benefit for the race, and then we're going to play the long game around here. Because I think the long game would be more sensible around here, believe it or not. I know that sounds probably a bit weird, but yeah, it probably is true. Right, anyway. Into then today, well, obviously not today's, but the practice programs that we're going to do. Going to start off with this one, just randomly selected. I think we selected fuel management. So yeah, anyway. So obviously I will put on a setup for the track in a bit, but first I'm going to do my practice programs. Alright, down into turn 1. I'm trying to save as much fuel as possible, but also meet the delta time, of course. But obviously it's actually a very hard practice program to get right, because obviously you've got to meet the delta that's been set, and the delta is quite high, believe it or not. It's actually a very high delta. I'm gonna just sim back here, sort of thing, because this is sort of where we lost it. Yeah, that delta is stupidly high. Now they're looking for 121s. Don't get me wrong, if I was saving fuel, I wouldn't be lapping in that range. I'd be probably lapping the exact same range as normal. Right, I'm gonna try and do a different tactic. Let's try and build up the speed first. Get the car to about 7/10 advantage and then save. Oh dear, that was shit through there. Sorry about that, but yeah, that was absolutely terrible. We got the first part right. We were absolutely committed, but then the second part just didn't apply the power correctly. Right, let me come off throttle now. Let the car coast. And we can now sort of take it a little bit easier through here. And again, that delta is annoying.
Okay, you weren't quite good enough that lap. Try again.
Right, we're just gonna go for it. Let's see what we can do. And if we've got time, we'll just save in the last sector. Try that again, sort of thing. Oh dear. This is gonna be green. No, it's gonna be red. In a way, I only reflected what the car could do. So it's a fast car, but very bad at saving fuel. Right. So that's something we can improve on. Right, next one is tyre management. Now, obviously in this one we have to save the tyres, sort of thing. But again, you have to do it at such a pace as well. It can be quite a tricky challenge. Right, out of final corner. Alright, doing alright in this one. We're green so far. In terms of best delta as well.
Well, that lap and tyre wear is more or less as expected.
I'm gonna try and go for purple, obviously this time. Oh, that's a lot better through there. The last time we were in the red. Do bear that in mind. That corner keeps on tripping me up. I don't like that corner because you you always get a bit of slide out of it, if that makes sense, and it's horrible because the next corner's how can you put it off? The next corner's off camber, as you can see. So you come onto that on camber, then next one's immediately off camber. We're gonna get the purple.
Okay,
Yes.
that was a very good job indeed.
Alright, that's that done. Right, we're gonna now add on a setup to help the car more stable at the front, and yeah. Alright, there we go. So, and final one is the track acclimatization. We'll do that quickly, and then yeah. So we're sort of doing it a little bit in reverse order. So we've done 3 today. So we're getting plenty of laps in.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
How many times have I crashed today? Jeez, it's a lot. So obviously on these tyres we'll have less grip, as you can imagine, and also that means obviously you make uncharacteristic mistakes. Like that. How? Jeez, that's bad. Again, I keep on doing this stupid, silly mistake through this corner. Right, that's it, Julian, that's better. Don't make that mistake. Right, that one you can run out, that's it. Now you'll see what I mean through here, the car just sticks better with the setup. Oh, for...
That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're alright.
As I said, the car sticks better through there. This lap's been the worst lap I think I've ever done in my... Getting frustrated now. I think I need a chill pill. Yeah, our final corner. Run towards the line. There we go. Alright, that was the worst lap ever. Yeah, that was absolutely a shocker. of a lap. Right. Anyway, we'll skip now to qualifying. We're happy with the car. That's good.
Quick look at the classification at the end of the session then.
Right. Here we go then for the Spanish qualifying, of course, and I've got high hopes here. Of course, this is a circuit I do tend to like. It's quite nice in my opinion. Just gonna turn on my living room light sort of thing. My light, you know, bedroom light. Right, there we
Here
go.
we are at the circuit.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I know you're
Why is
eager
there
to
so
get out
many
there, but I'm going to
faults?
need you to be patient for a few minutes. We're just trying to zero
I'll
in
give
on
you
an oil leak.
lemon patience. Come on, guys. There should be no faults at this stage in the season. Right. We're going to go actually out anyway at 10 minutes to go. Right, we're going to go out now. And we're going out, as I said, on the soft tyre. So we're not going out on the supers just yet. We're going to have a ditch. Well, we're going to have a last lap attempt at the supers, and we'll only keep, we'll do a good lap to a point. So here we go then. And what I mean by to a point, we'll basically do a lap on the super softs, but if we're still in the same position, if we're in a good position, by the end of it, we're going to keep these tyres. So here we go. Into turn 1. Run the car through turn 1, up through turn 2, then through turn 3. Car feels nice. Just kicking the rear out a little bit, seeing its limit. And then finding also the lines that I may choose to take through her corner. So obviously gotta make all these important decisions now in terms of which line, how to take it. As we prepare, got a car on my rear, may want to get out of the way quickly. I don't know what he's doing. Right. As we approach. Then, final corner, out of the final corner, down the back straight, or main straight technically, down into turn 1. Literally, not much to do on this main straight. I think that could be what makes the difference between a nice lap, 4/10. I think that, as I say, has made and probably made a difference. Let's see what the second sector provides. A second down. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, we're going again. Alright. The only bad thing now, we've only got one lap to get it all right. But we've got a banker, at least. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll go again in about 2 minutes' time. Yeah, that was not good. And it, in my opinion, it all came down to that one mistake. Because that threw the car off, really, around the rest of the track. I couldn't really do much afterwards, if you understand what I mean. Because obviously, I think that first sector around this track is the most important sector. If you win time at that sector, you actually generally win time throughout the rest of the lap around it. So yeah. Alright, just focusing. I'm literally going to focus on this lap. Like, not saying I wasn't focused on the other lap. I was, but I'm going to commit to every single corner. 100%. Right, here we go, final lap, final ditched attempt at what hopefully will be a much more improved second lap. Already 4 tenths down and we haven't even reached first corner. How is this possible? Oh, balls! I think I understand now. Alright. Well, if we can improve by a position or two, then that'd be great. What have I done to deserve this unlucky run? That is pure unlucky. I guess the good thing is we can start now on maybe a tyre that we wanted. But then we've got a recovery race on our hands.
All set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go,
that is the most disappointing result I've ever had. Honestly, that is.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
Oh, fuck off. Literally, that's the worst question you could ask. I'm not even going to answer that. No comment.
It's good to get the reliability issues out of the way in practice.
Oh, you're funny.
Well, Thanks anyway.
Yeah, she seems now Mardy now. Who wouldn't be Mardy after that? Or angry? Like, with that, like, don't get me wrong, that performance was dreadful. A circuit that I was looking forward to has only gone and smacked me in the face. Hopefully it'll reward me, you know, now, after saying that, but, yeah, it's literally gone, hey, F you sort of thing, you know, I'm not literally saying it in that tone, but, yeah, it's basically slapped me in the face. Great. That was a fantastic qualifying. You know, I don't think anyone could have done better. I honestly don't. I think that was the best any one person could do on any given day. Especially around a circuit like that, you know, honestly. Absolutely fantastic. Best result. Brilliant result. Like, yeah.
Good afternoon from a very familiar setting. It's race day here in Spain, and with everything still to play for in the... Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, and Sainz, Leclerc, Perez, Van Dorn, and Valtteri Bottas, Grosjean, Ericsson, Esteban Ocon, and Stroll, Gasly, Russell, Brendan Hartley, and Nico Hülkenberg. Sirotkin and Kevin Magnussen rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Right, anyway.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean.
Right. Let's bounce back after that. We're going to skip formation lap. I don't fancy doing a formation lap for the first time in a long time. Right. We'll see what we can do. We're going to have a great race. That's my mindset. This is going to be the comeback you'll probably think, how did I do that? Right, 5 red lights. Lights out, and away we go then for the Spanish Grand Prix. It's been an okay start, not too bad, not too great. Already going down into 17th. Sorokin bumping tyres with me as well. That's why I've got a warning there for the collision, as you can see. But anyway, side by side. What is this idiot doing? Somehow not braking a front winglet, but certainly losing a lot of time. What an idiot, Nico Hülkenberg. Obviously in real life, yeah, maybe not, but certainly in the game, yes. Right, anyway, still can't complain too much. Didn't lose a front wing, that's the main thing, and we're already miles quicker than some of these guys, so it's important we get past them as quickly as possible.
That start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you.
That's how you overtake someone on the inside. And yes, that was intentional. The car's handling like a beauty right now. Vettel leading the way though, in terms of the race, so yeah. Go on a bit wide. Right, I want to get into P10 by lap 3. That's the aim of the game. And then we'll be right behind my teammate. Down the inside. Lovely. Up into P12. Alright, there we go.
DRS is now enabled. Will be available to use when you are within 1
Right,
second
so
of the car ahead.
I've got literally
DRS
one lap to get. Well, end of this lap, that's basically where, you know, I said I want to be in the top 10 by. Right now we're in 12, so I need to overtake 2 cars
Okay, some
to
information
complete
on that.
the objective.
They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
So it is possible, but I need to overtake 2 cars. Ericsson's going slowly, he's making a defensive maneuver, but you're not gonna hold me off, Sonny Jim.
Okay, good work.
And Van Dorn, a slow Van Dorn should I say, is next, but Ericsson's coming back at me, which is fair enough, because I did get a bad exit out of the top of a hill. As I say, if we get in the top 10 by lap 3, then that's my objective complete in terms of for the first quarter of the race. Don't think we're gonna do it with less than half a corner, but then Van Dorn is slow. I'm gonna class it.
Window, you'll be on the softs.
So yeah, we're in the top 10 by the end of lap 3. That was the objective, of course. So that's first part of the race, and we're right behind our teammate, bear in mind as well. So neither of us Mercedes having good or great weekend in terms of our pace. New personal best middle sector for myself. We are catching our teammate. We are using probably higher engine modes though at this point in the race, in all fairness. But nonetheless, I'm going to turn down a little bit of power now. So we'll go into a more race mode. So sort of doing a bit more endurance.
Okay, tyres still looking good, Nick. Let's keep them that way for as long as we can.
And we're going to also turn up the fuel consumption, because we've got plenty of fuel on board, 2.2 at the moment, laps. So, yeah, got plenty of fuel to burn. We don't have to worry about that for a little bit. Probably do about a lap at the moment. So, yeah.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.1 seconds.
Obviously my teammate in front, who started in 10th, where I am based now, only up into P9 at the moment. So yeah, this has been a not such a great weekend for us 2 Mercedes cars. But, don't get me wrong, I don't think this race is over yet. I think a podium is very much possible still. And you may say, but you're, what, a good 5 seconds off that podium? But honestly, it only takes a few cars to make mistakes. And talking about mistakes, only at the convenient time when I was talking about it, I make a mistake. That is legendary. Yeah, what I was saying, only takes a few cars to make a mistake, and then you're in the top 10. Vettel's in.
Hit this lap, so push now.
Right, Vettel's in. And we're pitting also this lap. Now, the undercut here does work, trust me. The undercut is actually probably a very powerful tool. Even though tyres do overheat here quite quickly. So, if we can get within 1.2 seconds of Bottas after our pit stop, that's a good pit stop.
Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace.
Right.
Don't forget.
Maybe if we can even undercut Bottas, that's a good pit stop now. Bottas is within that undercut territory. Easily now. Oh, I'm gonna utilise runoff. Had to utilise the runoff, unfortunately.
Complete, go now.
Alright. Obviously going at such a slow speed down the pit exit.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Alright, yes. Okay, understood. Alright. Hopefully it won't take too long to get these tyres up to speed. That's least of what can happen. Now my teammate may get delayed in the pit stop. Hopefully he does. Alright. In come our race leaders.
Valtteri is in the pits.
For a second pit stop. Right, I think we're gonna undercut my teammate Valtteri Bottas. If not, we're certainly very, very close to the back of him. Well, very close to the back of him. Still take it. Still P9, but a lot closer to the back of my teammate Valtteri. Now, of course. Obviously, saw battling him in this race, and obviously, in a way, in the championship, because I do want to beat him this year in my first season at Mercedes. So, but we are going to have a clean battle, hopefully.
Has come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Softs on the car behind.
A bit late getting the DRS open. I'm going to turn everything up for one lap. I've gone into the back of my own teammate. Fuck. I want to see what happened. Is he out? Oh, literally. That was like a Michael Schumacher, you know, sort of issue back in 2012. Just came in with a bit too much speed. Like, yeah. My teammate was going slow. Look. Okay, he's doing 127. These guys are also going slow. Well, these guys are going slow. Whereas I'm going still 100. By the time I crash, 130, more or less. I will just replay that. Why are they going so... My teammate crashes anyway into, I think that's Leclerc. That was the most off-track move I've ever done. Illegal overtake. Are you having an absolute blast? Did you see how slow he was going? Right, I'm just gonna... Right. Right, that's not illegal, is it? Oh, jeez. Sorry about that, guys. Well, I guess we got P9. Feel a bit guilty for my teammate. Feel like he deserves P9, but oh well, forget him. It's only Bottas anyway. I will say Bottas has been already a better teammate in terms of competitiveness compared to Sergey. That was world's oddest line. Today on Odds Lines at Spain Catalonia, I go for a detour. My teammate comes into the pits.
Valtteri is in for his stop. We're leading our teammate by 2.1 seconds.
Can you check the gap? I don't think it's 2.1 anymore. I think it's more like you're leading your teammate by an entirety of a pit stop. Right, let's focus again.
You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up.
Am I? Did you hear what he said? I am in the top 10. Even though I'm 9th, I am in the top 10. I never even knew that. I thought I was in the top 1%. Or the top 2, you know. I would never have guessed I was in the top 10. Never. And it's not like it's old. It's very, very new. Been in the top 10 for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, I say.
Okay, gap to leader, 15.1 seconds.
Is that it? In all fairness, I've had very good pace. Especially considering, with all the traffic I've added to contend with today. I've had a very nice, strong, solid pace. Because I always believe, you know, yes, you can lose, but how much do you lose by? I think this also will be my worst result at Spain Catalonia since maybe the start of the career mode. I'm not sure what I got at Spain Catalonia last season. Was it P9? Was it P10? Or was it P8? Pretty sure it was 8th I got.
Increase ERS
So,
deployment. It's time
we can
to
go
use some of this
one
charge.
better, please. Give me that, please. I'd love to go one better right now. At minimum. I certainly know we finished in points. I'm positive we finished in the points here last season. But I can't remember where it was exactly. Leclerc and Ocon and Perez, sorry, are battling once more in the almighty battle of Perez and Leclerc. on
Are
earth
you okay? That was a big one.
am I
You're
okay? A
basically.
car's going as slow as F. I thought he's speeding up. Right, I'll just show you what I mean. At this moment, I know it's obviously slows down. But then, again, right, now about here, I thought he was speeding up. So, yeah.
Okay, the safety car is out. The safety car is out. We need to form up at a reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
So he's out. How did he... He didn't... how's he out? He's out. Everyone. So, that's why Perez was going so slow. So, we'll say a safety car would have happened anyway without the, you know, drama. I'm a P8 now. Alright. Where would I have come out
Okay.
if we
Our
were
main competitors in this race are Vettel and Bottas.
19? Right. In terms of our engine, this is first time I will say that we've actually made an engine last this long, by the way, in terms of championship distance. Usually the engine goes. For once, we may actually not have to take engine penalties in our career mode. Because obviously, round 6, we're barely going to be competing. So, first time we'll fit a new engine is round literally 7. So, yeah, and that'll be after practice most likely, or qualifying. Well, obviously trying to keep the heat in the tyre, as you will know. The last thing we want to do is go racing in probably about a lap or two time without any heat in my tyre. Come on, Leclerc. Alright, if we can get P6 or P5, that's what, 3 overtakes in the last, how many laps? 4 or 3 laps, so yeah, that seems realistic. If we can do that, that's a good race. Or, it's okay. It's turned out okay, just about. Because I think P4, catching 2 Ferraris, is a bit of an uphill battle, but to overtake certainly a Sauber, a McLaren and a Haas, I think that is plausible. Pretty sure it's the Haas in front. Probably Grosjean or Magnussen. Safety car probably going to come in either this lap, if not 100% next lap.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the first safety car line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Oh, that's the worst place a green flag could ever drop. In some regards. Did not help at all. Right. And just push now for these final few laps anyway. So everything is...
5 laps of fuel remaining.
This is everything that will give inside the car. So we're utilising every last bit of fuel. As I say, if we can get P5, which is possible, then that's a great result. But it's not going to be easy. P4 is gone. Might as well say goodbye. P1 is easily gone.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
Right, we're within 8 tenths of Charles Leclerc. Ericsson is coming, who's a little bit closer. Obviously no DRS within the first lap of a safety car. Pretty sure it's after 3 laps of a safety car, so meaning we will have DRS on the last lap as long as we are within that 1 second gap. So I'm just right now assessing obviously where we're quicker than Leclerc, and it's certainly through that first sector and through here that we're 100% quicker. Now, do we have DRS through here? That's the question. No, and that's your answer. I'm gonna go for it. Sort of hesitated there a little bit, but got the move done. Leclerc gonna have the inside line. We're gonna keep fighting with all our will, and we've got the manoeuvre done. Up into 7th. Oh!
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Good job, nice overtake.
Right, that is the sector we needed. There we go. So we're going to finish what is likely to be P7. The 2 Red Bulls are going to get a 1-2, which is actually probably a very, very big dent in the hammers of the championship for both Ferrari, Mercedes, for both Ferrari and us. And that's probably the first real... I was going to say that's probably the first real hammer in the coffin. What is it when I'm about to say something like that? We keep on crashing. It's like I'm jinxing it, putting the commentator's curse, as they say, on the, you know... Yeah, I think that will be the first nail in the coffin, or certainly hammer. And Ricciardo wins in Spain. We will come home in 7th. A bit of a disappointing result. A bit of a controversial result, you could argue, but yeah. I think that's, in a way, the best way to describe the race weekend. It wasn't our weekend, you know, for whatever reason. And this video wasn't our video, I guess. So yeah, as I said, that's the first real hammer in the coffin, if you know what I mean, for all the other teams, including us.
Here's how things
So,
look
yeah.
in the drivers' table. It's a good result.
So
for Max
overall,
Verstappen,
30
who
points
moves further
behind.
ahead at the top of the table.
Or is
Moving
that
on to the
39?
driver of the
39,
day
sorry.
then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
And we're going to lose
Have to
even
give it to
more.
Russell. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
And here's how
And
things
yeah,
are shaping up in the
that's the constructors.
Red Bull have
We
extended
now
their
move
lead
down
over the
to third.
championship. Meanwhile, Ferrari
Yeah.
have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards.
So, as I said, that's probably the first hammer sort of in or big punch at the other teams from Red Bull, obviously, with that 1-2.
Tell us about it from your perspective.
Alright, sure.
You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
Just gonna say that.
It was more like dodgems than Formula 1 today, wasn't it? Great. Well, that's everything.
Great. As I said, you know, it was a very tricky weekend. Both of them were. Like, obviously, Baku I was expecting, but this one, you know, a bit more odd. Like, at least the race, don't get me wrong, in the race we did have the pace. But, yeah, we just didn't have the consistency. And, in my opinion, that's what you need. Well, it's not about whether you have the pace or, you know, anything else. It's about the consistency. And
you'll
yeah.
be able to choose whether or not to participate
Anyway.
before the end of this weekend. I've been in touch with some contacts at Force
right.
India, and they think your attitude and results might be a good
Times
fit
of
for
where
their
we're
team.
gonna go.
We can talk to them at our next contract review if you're
I think
interested.
we're gonna go
Let's see what
this
kind of
way.
offer they can put on the table.
Let's get, hopefully, then also do an engine upgrade. And yeah, that's that should obviously help us out a lot, and that will be a massive step. So we'll have, let me just have a quick look in terms of upgrades. So we'll have the next 2 of our upgrades are coming for Canada. Hopefully they will get there on time, and then obviously the Monaco minor upgrade, but we've got 2 major upgrades then. So yeah, that's a very nice little treat for Canada. And obviously we will have a new engine for Canada, for Canadian Grand Prix. So yeah, come join me at the Monaco and Canadian Grand Prix. Again, another 2-part episode most likely, unless obviously somehow we do amazing at Monaco. I'll just show you the tyres that I'm going to select for Monaco GP, just so you know. It'll obviously be the Hypersofts, but yeah, you know. Also, I want to quickly check before I do end the video, is that my worst Spanish Grand Prix since Season 1? I just want to have a look. Or is that my best Spanish Grand Prix? Obviously, I just want to know where that rates in terms of Spanish Grand Prix. But yeah, in terms of points-wise, obviously we're doing much better than last season already. But yeah, you wouldn't doubt it, you know, if that makes sense.
I've been in touch with some contacts at Force India,
So,
and they think
is
your
that
attitude
my
and results might be a good
worst?
fit for their team.
Right, last season
talk to them
we
at our next
finished,
contract
oh no,
review if you're
13th.
interested.
So yeah, that's
Let's see
best
what kind of
result,
offer they can put on the
surprisingly.
table.
Oh well. Right, anyway, that's it for this video. See you all next time for round number 6 and 7.